welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is having a great day. So we're going to go ahead and continue with our collective reads. This will be for all signs, which means it may or may not resonate with you in your personal situation. If it does, take what resonates. If it does not, leave the rest for those that it applies in their personal situation. All right, collective, it looks like spiritual court is still in session, and it's feeling like it's catching a lot of people off guard because it's kind of like you knew this would happen, and you might have even told somebody it was going to happen, but they didn't believe you. Now they're starting to see it, and it's kind of like, collective, this is spiritual court. This is no laughing matter. This is real serious business. This could also apply to a soulmate because I'm getting like a close connection between you, friend, family member, and ex. Place the energy as it resonates. We're going to dive into it because there's a lot coming out. We have the courthouse in the upright next to abandonment. Y'all, didn't I tell you somebody's about to get left? Who it is a rich girl cross. Now she came out cross for me, so I'm showing you how it came out, but I'm going to go ahead and flip this in the reverse so we can get some more room on the screen here. But yeah, she's now a rich girl in the reverse. Something about your faith, like I said, you might have called it out. You come out as somebody who is really spiritually gifted. You might be a high priest, high priestess energy. This is what I'm getting for your energy of the faith. And this is like you knew something, you said something, but somebody did not want to listen to you about whatever the situation was, right? However the situation goes, you're right. Your faith called out and exposed some evil eye that this person in the courthouse may be a judge, lawyer, some person with the position of authority. This is like a king of swords in the upright energy. You called something out that they didn't see. And this is like an extremely like thorough analytical type person that like they got all their bases covered, right? Collective is because they were like spiritually blind that they didn't see something that was being done to them. You exposed some evil eye about somebody who did not want to change. This one right here, collective, y'all, so many downloads. This is now concerning this person who is a courthouse, works in a courthouse, position of authority, king of swords, however you want to resonate. Something about time. They wasted too much time fill around with this person, and it was like they didn't see something because they chose not to awaken. Y'all, let's get into this. So many downloads, and we're going to dive into clarify with some more decks. So again, going back to that courthouse vibe, I do feel like this might have been in a romantic situation, like an ex, but again, collective, I was pulling on my previous reading. You were called to separate from some person because you were in a third party. You did not want to be involved in the third party. You did not want to be involved in the shenanigans. You're just like, all right, I'm out. Okay, collective. You were being pulled out of the situation for a reason because there's some hot mess, okay? There's a lot to do with money. Now, mind you, the card came out cross. This person that works in a courthouse, person of authority or whatever, or this could be a court battle with somebody who does not work in the legal system. Take the energy as it resonates. They had to leave somebody because of how greedy and I've heard like financially like grubby this person is. A lot of the downloads that I'm getting are confirmations. I got a confirmation going back to a couple of my reads before. Somebody found out about an STD. Okay, collective, and I got that download like a couple days ago, and it's coming back to me again. This person may have been like blaming the other partner for having an STD because the vision that I got was it was like very visible on the female. The masculine may not be presenting, but it's very visible on the female. So they got confirmation. All right, that's for somebody, not everybody. I'm also getting downloads about this person did not care about this other person at all. It was only about the money. Something about being connected to wealth. Maybe one or both of them may be like raised with the silver spoon in their mouth. And I heard like arranged marriages. So maybe this might have been like an arranged marriage, a marriage with no love, purely for prosperity and prospects and titles and all that kind of stuff. So I got that. But I'm also hearing she wanted to be in the will. And it's like the energy I get for this person, like she would fight, scratch, and claw just to be in that person's will. Like they know that this person's worth money. Why does this person wanted to be attached for the money? Look at her holding down the money. It's not hers is what I'm getting in the downloads. It was his. She was only after his money, his title, his clout, or whatever, however the situation goes. Remember, collective, I was telling you guys on my previous reading, that's the same energy because I'm getting like that's what they do. That's their stilo. But I'm also getting, this was like a relationship that's been like kind of separating and dissipating over time. They were just so like nasty people to each other. At one point, they were cool. They like really being nasty and just like using and playing people. Then at a certain point, it broke up. Then they started having like an open relationship. But then somebody got jealous. I'm getting it's this one. This one's extremely jealous. Even though that like, all right, cool, we're on a break or whatever you do, she would still be mad if he was doing him. You know, however the situation resonates. Flip the genders as it resonates. extremely jealous, extremely vindictive. I need money. I need money. And I feel like this person's like their attachment to money is their own downfall. Something about wanting to be attached to this person's will. Apparently that person's got money or they could be connected to money. That's why they got left. Somebody like got hit to the game. Something about your faith collective. And this is what I'm saying. This might have been like a twin flame, soulmate, higher level relationship, or it had the possibility to be. It's kind of like once you like leave the mundane, leave the materialistic lifestyle that they indulge in, and they had a lot of indulgences, all right, collective, that they were cool with. All right, collective. I heard, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Yeah, they danced with the devil, right? Collective, and the devil turned and bit him in the butt, right? But something about your faith and like taking a step back and really seeing things for what they are. I get like, I heard welcoming, not like we are welcoming in the ridiculousness, because this don't have nothing to do with you. It's something about allowing a person to be a person. If that's where they wanted to be, that's where they wanted to be. And you move on to where you need to be, your higher self. If this is a repeat cycle, because I did get that in a previous reading, this person triggered you to go into your calling as well. So you guys trigger each other on a soul level. That's why the bond that you have is so intense, but it's like, it's a bond. It's you both see something that the other don't see. And that is the way that the relationship is supposed to work. But if one of you is not healed, you're going to be clashing. It's not going to be like a good thing. The relationship has got to be equal. It's got to be balanced. It's got to be healed. So you can both do something very, very powerful together. All right, collective, because whatever you did, you exposed some evil eye about this person who did not want to change. All right, collective, that's got this person's concern because they didn't want to see. I feel like this is still lingering because collective, let's not be coy here. Like the dark night of the soul sucks. It calls for a lot of like really inner reflection, right? We had the hermit energy come out on a previous reading. Hermits do carry energy of self-reflection. You got to be able to look in the mirror and say, I am a nasty person, and own it. You know what I'm saying? And not just be like, yeah, I hate people, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what that is. Own and have compassion and humility for people to understand, understand how that impacts somebody else. You got to come out of yourself, right? Understand other people's lives and how you impact that. This is something that I get, like whoever these people are, they refuse to look at other people's life as a life and have compassion for it, but they want compassion for their own lives. Very greedy energy, right? And but also I do get like a very envious, like a very envious lifestyle. If they have like some type of wealth or position over people, and you have this like great spiritual awakening that you're actually able to overcome things, that's like even like a they hate that. But again, it's like people who refuse to look at themselves in the mirror. Like, you got to admit that I'm a dirty, nasty person and I really hurt people, not for fun, but there's something I got to do to fix that. Like, you got to own it, collective. Dark night of the soul sucks. It's not pretty. It's not fun. It will have you in the corner ugly crying when you really look at yourself in the mirror and you really like accept that you got to fix some things about yourself before you can do anything for anybody else. All right, collective, this is what's going on. Something about time. I feel like this person was wasting time, maybe is currently wasting time, or maybe this time is up for them to like make things right because they choose not to awaken. I do feel that this is, again, collective, going back to like being born in wealth. Heavy materialistic value being placed on money, things, status. This spirituality business is nothing to people like that. Nothing. So I do get a lot of people who are, I heard, offended by your faith. Offended by your faith. I'm also getting people who are okay, let me say it like this. They claim to be a man of faith, claim to be a woman of faith, but do horrible things to people for money. Collective, you know what I'm saying? Let's call it a spade a spade. And you know, when it comes to that energy, everybody is, you know, I heard a sliding scale, but at the same time, everybody's on a different timeline, and people are going to be people. But at the same time, you cannot say that you're a good person when you go out of your way to tear people down for money. And I'm getting some nasty energy for this one, y'all. Let's dig into this. I want to see what's hidden, because I did get a very tumultuous relationship. Collective, that relationship is destroyed. It is. It really is. Shattered, broken, completely ruined. I do feel, I heard they were on the outs for a while. They might have been trying to hide it from each other, but on our previous reading, we did have the energy of someone who was non-committal, right? And this is somebody who was like hopeless, has no faith. So I get that these two people were already on the outs with each other, and you were called to back out of that situation because this ain't got nothing to do with you. All right, collective. For the non-committal, I'm still getting pushed to this karmic feminine, like she cheated, she did something, and this was like something this person can't tolerate. But but they do the same thing, collective. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a person and our people who do the exact same thing, but doesn't like when it got done to them. Collective, what else was hidden? Promiscuous. Collective, I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up if I tried. Sleeps around, a temptress, free for all, steals your man. It's exactly what I'm getting for this karmic feminine. Remember I was telling you guys about the download that I got about the STD? Like I said, the download that I got is presenting on her. He may not have any symptoms, but they're blaming each other for who has it. They both need to go get checked and admit to who you were sleeping around with. You see what I'm saying, collective? Something about being a hater and something being outdated. Okay, collective. The outdated says discarded, outdated, irrelevant, old news. Yeah, this person may have been fighting a court battle. I do see 2 kids. I had that download. The other one was like a toddler. Somebody might be 11. Something about being a hater. I heard a spiritual hater. This person knew about you and your faith. So this person was a spiritual hater for you and still sleeping around and blaming this person to get their money. Oh, collective. What else is being hidden? I told you this was fake apology. This person, hold on, because this didn't have anything to do with you. Fake apology. This person, she tried to apologize for cheating. That wasn't real. It wasn't real. All right, collective. It's something that heard the straw that broke the camel's back. What was the straw that broke the camel's back? Why is this court like in session? It says falling apart, falling into pieces. This person got sick of her. They got sick of it. They just got tired. I heard it's been too much and it's been too long. This person's been dealing with this for a while, and it's straw broke the camel's back. God, y'all, connected to this energy, it's like it's hard when it comes to like separating yourself from what you thought you wanted. And that's what I get was like the biggest like lesson here. It says watching ish go down, enjoying the gossip. It's like you attached yourself to like something, and when it comes to like, okay, this is no longer what I wanted, you got to walk away. But when it comes to other people, again, collective, I just like going back to other people. Why this is happening to them is because they did the same thing to other people. They were watching ish go down and enjoying the gossip. This is karma being returned to them, both of them, because they did the same things. You can't ignore that, collective. Their messy relationship has nothing to do with you. But because you were a part of a third party that you knew nothing about, because they kept secrets from each other, you know, collective, you got to take ownership for how you did people dirty. You see what I'm saying, collective? What else is going on here? What else is hidden? We got game over. Yep, it is game over. You don't want to hear it. This has nothing to do with you, collective. Like I said, this is their own messy pots and pans. I heard she's going to drag them for everything. Damn. Woo, collective. This is a nasty girl. Okay, I'm going to say it like this. She loved everything about what he did for her, whether it was financially, sexually, but there was no emotional connection. This is purely money. This was whatever she got to be. Like, this is like somebody who will like wear a different costume every day just to be like, put me in your will. I want to be rich and famous because you carry the accolades. She did anything and everything and allowed anything and everything, but still drug him at the same time, collective. This person did the same thing. We're not giving anybody any passes. Y'all, it's I'm telling you, it's like this has been going on for a while. Let me dig into this, collective, because again, this is not like new. Something broke the camel's back, whether it's a STD. I heard she was flipping out, like flipping all the way out when the STD came out. Maybe they got proof that it was her. Maybe they got proof that she was the one cheating and that's where the STD came from. Something like this. I hate nothing about you. What is this about? I hate nothing about you. This is going over here. I hate nothing about you. This person, there's something about, I heard feigning innocence. Tell me more about this feigning innocence. I hate nothing about you. This person was covering up their dirty deeds too to hurt. I'm telling you, collective, they do the same things. Literally dancing with the devil. All right, collective, let's go ahead and get some more and then we'll switch over to your energy because yeah, this is some karma that they got to go ahead and deal with. It says setting the record straight. Yeah, this person had to set the record straight. Oh, y'all, what is going on with karmic couples these days, and why they try to drag you in the middle of it? I heard a reason to escape. A reason to escape. So what was going on? Keeping a promise. Somebody is trying to keep a promise. I heard to you, whatever this is, I heard keeping you away. Keeping you away. That's what's keeping you away. She was doing something to keep this person away from you. Okay. Maybe it does have something to do with you. What is this? Maybe this karmic feminine knew about you. What is this energy? All right, collective. It says fake friends. Maybe this person was a friend of yours. A friend of theirs. Hold on. We got expecting a new beginning. Yeah. Okay, so she slept with a friend. That's what the straw that broke the camel's back. That's what it was. Y'all. Whoo, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That is their hot, nasty, messy relationship. All right, collective. That's what was hidden. That's exactly why you needed to pull away, because they got to deal with their own mess. It's not you. All right, collective. But why the focus on you? All right, so let's shift gears. What did you call out? What did you know? I heard you're a person of faith that they look down on. Your faith is not something to look down on. It's something to aspire to. Collective, I cannot make this up. It says ascension. You've like risen to a level of people who have wealth status, like they say that they have, but they envy it at the same time while trying to tear it down. It says spiritual growth, higher awareness, next level consciousness, elevating myself. Something about how did you know, and you're not even there. It's because they're making your life their business. That's why it says hustle mode, grinding hard, ambitious drive, determined effort, sleep can wait. You expose, okay, the hustle, like this person was getting hustled. Collective, I cannot make this up. Literally, this person, they were getting hustled. That's all this was. This whole relationship was a hustle, just so she can be in a will, just so she can get money, status, title, or whatever. Somebody got sick of it. It was basically, all right, you slept with my friend, you such and such. Then she wanted a new beginning. I'm sorry, expecting a new beginning. I cannot with this, collective. Again, collective, like, why is the focus on you? Something about this karmic feminine knew about you and was trying to compete for this person's attention. Swipe right, online dating, instant attraction, digital romance, match found. Yeah, she knew about you because maybe you guys met on the internet. All right, collective, place the genders as it resonates. If this is a flipping the genders, something about I heard looking you up. Like this person wanted to know everything about you, to be you, to copy you, just so she can be whatever she needed to be to get the money. Oh, this is some weird stuff. All right, collective. She didn't want to change. All right, collective. It says payday. She was expecting a payday off of copying you to get somebody's attention. Collective. This is weird. Financial rewards, money rolling in, celebration of success, checks cash. Again, collective. This is what's going on. You expose this hustler who was hustling this person or the courts for a payday. All right, collective. But, and collective, let's keep it 100. Money, everybody needs money. Everybody needs some, a side hustle or whatever you do to make money. Everybody needs money to make the world go round. But the thing about it is this was somebody's way of living off of somebody else. And I was telling you guys on my last reading, their karma is because whoever this courthouse is, or because the courthouse or government or whatever, they use people, their karma is they're going to be used. They got what was coming to them because they did the same thing to other people, collective. But not you. You bounce back. It says resilience after setbacks, recovering quickly, determination to rise again, can't keep me down. You bounce back after you were used or attempted to be used by this particular person. There is a resilience in you. I heard that you need to be proud of. I heard in my last reading, you don't look like what you've been through. Collective, be proud that you overcame some things that a lot of people would not be able to overcome. All right, collective, there's a strength in that to be able to continue to move on from things like people dragging you in their pots and pans and ain't got nothing to do with you. Collective says Photoshop, fake perfection, artificial beauty, unrealistic standards, filtered beyond recognition. This person that didn't change was fake and phony and plastic. Meanwhile, trying to study your every move. It's something about, I heard, why are they focused on you? Why do you have their attention? This is because money can't buy love. And let's just keep it 100 because money can't buy love. In my last reading, their hearts were being weighed on the scale, collective. You met people with love, and it does not have to be romantic. situation. You met your business partnerships with love. You met your friends and family with love, and they repaid you with their butt to kiss and put you in the middle of something that ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay, collective? No, it's because money can't buy love. That's why. So it's like, why you? Why you? It's like it's fake over phony, fake over plastic, Photoshop. You see what I'm saying, collective? Something is happening in divine timing. Look at there. We got a clock right there, y'all. Patience required, trust in the process, perfect timing when it's meant to be. I feel like you are waiting for what's right for you, collective, and understanding and having discernment about those right partnerships. I was telling you guys that on my last reading, right? Not going into relationships and partnerships with like googly eyes and you're a hopeless romantic. Well, being a hopeless romantic is going to like put you in some mess that somebody doesn't want to like admit to, that they're running away from, collective. You see what I'm saying, collective? We got divine timing and divine intervention. This is somebody's soulmate or twin flame. Whether you resonate with that or not, when it comes to the energy of twin flames and soulmates, whether you stay together or not is up to you guys. And it has a lot to do with how you've grown and how you've elevated. Like the collective, you're in perfect alignment for someone who's in perfect alignment with you. Like you're doing all the right things. For people who are attached to money, titles, status, material things, there's a whole world that's about to completely change if they awaken. But again, collective, I don't think that this person is like willing to make that change. It's too great. It's too much to let go, especially if this person is really connected to the money that people are willing to fight this hard to get. This is going to be it feels like an insurmountable type of thing that they've got to overcome to meet you at the level that you've risen from. Something is divine intervention, unexpected guidance, universe stepping in, redirected paths, saved just in time. I feel like your ability to see in the spiritual realm is it's an asset to a lot of people, but not everybody deserves that, access. Let's just say it like that. I heard you're doing all the right things, but I want to know more about this. Why is doing the right things exposing the evil eye about people that can't change or don't want to change? This is a life lesson about me versus me, y'all. Self-competition, personal growth, becoming better than yesterday, my only competition. This is your life mission. Instead of people trying to look at you and figure out like why you, and I need to do everything that you do so I can get this person's attention, their money, so they can put me in their will and their family will like me. Stop copying so much. Stop being a copycat. Be your authentic self, collective. Like you're showing people some lessons. Whether they choose to learn is on them. It is like the best possible thing with you is when it comes to this particular energy, it says understanding about deja vu, repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unresolved issues. We've been here before. You've exposed some evil eye about somebody who wanted to have a new beginning. Deja vu. Like I said, it's something that the straw broke the camel's back. This person's been through this multiple times, I'm hearing. It says behind the mask, hidden emotions, concealing true self, afraid to show reality. No one sees the real me. I think that's for both of them, collective, just to be honest with you. When you got this energy of they're like hardcore attached, authenticity is offensive. Let's just keep it a G. All right, collective. Talks about cuffing season, temporary relationships, seasonal companionship, short-term warmth until spring. Yep. Again, collective, connecting that to both of them. It's like, this is what you do and this is what you value, but when it's not valuable anymore, like how does that value system like reconcile? Like how do you, courthouse, legal person, King of Swords, how do you rationalize and analyze your way of looking at wealth and like, being acceptable when that's no longer acceptable? Like, how do you rationalize it? It feels like a crisis to somebody. This is what I'm getting in this energy, collective. It says situational single, temporary loneliness, choosing solitude, waiting for better, not settling. That's your energy all day long, collective. It's because you're an overnight success, rapid rise, sudden recognition, unexpected breakthrough, all eyes on me. Your overnight success is something about the way that you see things regarding a situationship, unclear boundaries, mixed signals, more than friends, less than lovers. What are we? Not dealing with situationships. Y'all, we were talking about that on our last reading. This is somebody's lesson. Like, Are you going to be dealing with situationships forever? Dealing with people who are going to drag you down and get mad when you don't want to give them what you knew you weren't going to give them in the first place? Come on now, collective. Speaking of awakening, let's dive into the messy truth, because we got somebody's concerned because they're not awakening. I'm telling you, collective, and I'm just going to use myself as an example. When it comes to this particular energy, there was a time where, very career driven, like, I'm going to go up the corporate ladder and we're going to do all this. We're going to take over the world. But when you get there, you see all the corruption, the mass destruction, and how much people act like this to each other just for $1. You see what I'm saying, collective? There is no altruistic energy there. There is no, I want to help the world and heal the world. Everybody is grimy at the top. You know what I'm saying? Not for everybody, but I'm telling you, the energies that I was around, and I'm just using me as an example, it's kind of like, how do you reconcile that the way that I said I'm going to live my life because everybody said I need to live it that way? You know what I'm saying? I had to go to school, go to college, work my ass off, get a good job, rise through the corporate ladder, have the status, have this money, retire in Cocoa Beach. You know what I'm saying, collective? When all that is no longer pretty, because you see how nasty it is. You know what I'm saying, collective? What now? It changes a lot of things. It really breaks you out of the matrix. Collective, the matrix, it really talks about a lot of truths when people are faced with an awakening. Do they awaken or do they not? People out there choose ignorance. Ignorance is bliss. You really don't want to open your eyes to really see how nasty people are. But before you get there, before you look outside, you must first be willing to look inside. Why do you think the matrix started with taking the pill first? Are you ready to see the real in you? Are you, collective? We talking to somebody out here. Let's dig into the messy truth. I really feel like this is going to be very hard for this person. It might be insurmountable. It's up to them. A healing journey is a individual journey. Nobody can help them with that. That is what they have to do if they choose. If they choose not to, that is their choice as well. It says never really over. Lingering energy, soul tie, no closure. Yep. They're concerned because they feel a bond with you. I feel like I heard a wake-up call. Like this person feels there's an internal struggle. I feel anxiety connecting to this person's energy. It's like they want to talk to you, they want to run to you, but they don't know what to say because they know that they have not faced themselves yet. I feel like this person's got secrets in their closet that they're still not willing to tell. That collective, I'm pulling the energy here. Let's dive into the messy truth here. What are they still hiding? Rehearsing the past, mental scripts, guilt, self-blame. They don't want to admit what they did in the past. They don't want to admit it. It says muted, not moved on. Hiding feelings, fake calm, still hurting. Yeah. This person, what they did in the past, they hurt you in the past. And I feel like this person just wants to start over, like clean slate. And forget all the turmoil that I did in your life. Forget that. Can we just start fresh? You got to dig deep, baby. You get there's no easy way out. There is no life hack to a spiritual awakening. It sucks because you got to be completely honest with yourself. It says back and forth, emotional yo-yo, on and off confusion. This is what I'm saying. They're concerned because they know that they did this, and I heard they know that they want this. This is somebody who runs away from feeling. I do get like somebody who, I heard a recluse, especially with the courthouse. So this is truly a King of Swords energy that I'm pulling. This person is very linear. They're not emotional. They're very matter of fact, very black and white. They know what they want. And if you're not fitting into that carbon copy, it's kind of like you're a weirdo. But I also feel like it's an oxymoron. There's a level of weirdness to this person. This person has a lot of weird things that other people in their own friends, family circle finds weird, right? Possibly an Aquarius. A lot of Aquarians are like really like forward thinking, very like I'm on the cutting edge of something, very much in the tech. But some people might find that weird. I heard intrusive. So somebody might be into voyeurism. Okay. Somebody might be a voyeur. Somebody might think that's weird. But it's like this person's, whatever it is, collective. This is their mission they got to go on, not yours. Whatever the situation is, they're concerned because they're afraid to own up to whatever it is that they want to hide from you. What is this? It says can't move on, stuck loop, missing them, no closure. And this is going to be like, I heard a nightmare for this person. Running away from the truth is the prison that this person might stay in their energy, right? Eight of Swords energy. This person, like, I heard they trap other people too. This person knows what they do to other people. Let's keep it a buck. They know what they do to other people. They're very confused and they're back and forth, off and on. They do that purposely to confuse people, right? To throw them off the scent of the hot mess that they got going on at home, right? Because they like hot messes. They like chaos, is what I heard. Possibly a Gemini, very air sign, fixed sign energy. So like that's what they got over there, but that blew up. but now I got to reconcile with all the confusion I put everybody else to. But I need somebody else to be like a regular hot mess. This person likes chaos. Whatever this is. But yeah, the part of the matter that we're digging into is why are they concerned about this refusal to awaken? It says broken trust, lies, cheating, promises shattered. They broke your trust and they don't want to own up to that. Hot and cold, mixed signals, push, pull, whiplash. I'm trying to tell you, collector, this is it. They don't want to own up to their shit. And you got to. You can't like wipe a slate clean and start fresh. That is not an awakening. There is no fast forward to a wonderful new life. It's a beautiful life. Oh, something about woke up different. There is, I heard you're triggering people that they never thought that they can be triggered. They never thought so. I feel like this is somebody who they thought they had it under control, especially if they're like really, they run away from feeling, they don't want to have emotional conversations, they're not deep. But this whole life wreckage that they love, they cherish, they wanted, now they got to go deep, and it's scaring the hell out of them. It says, woke up different, shifted energy, done tolerating silent strength. They got to find the strength. And collective, this is not on you. This is completely on them. That's why they're struggling with it. It is not easy. It's not fast. It's not quick. You got to do the work and the internal work of being authentic. Maybe this person, I heard, makes a living off of being fake. So yeah, they got to like not be fake. It says blocked AF, ghosted, shut out, silent treatment. This person may actually refuse to talk to you because they're not willing to do the work. Collective, that's on them and that has nothing to do with you. But again, collective, they're focusing on you because you woke them up to something that they didn't see. There's somebody that didn't change. That's what's so jarring. It's kind of like, well, I diminished you and I said that you weren't anything and you don't have any value. But what happens when there's enough value to cause a whole life shift for them? You become a lot more valuable now, don't you? This person might run away from that. They may block you just to run. I don't think this person handles this very well. This is not easy for this person. Oh, collective. But again, going back to you, wherever you go, this is a confirmation that this is what you do. And it's not a matter of digging into people's personal lives. It's about really being authentic, rising to your higher self. Are you like really comfortable being your lower self, your lower half? But you know, when some people are like sick and tired of that, they start to wake up on their own. So there's nothing that you need to do or say to like get this person to do anything whatsoever. Whatever they do is whatever they do, and that is completely on them. Let's go ahead and get another one to round this out because, yeah, I think this person's gonna either have a hard time with it, run away, because they just can't like do the work. You see what I'm saying, collective? Says you never really loved me, truth revealed, illusion shattered, heartbreak. I think this person's probably going to blame you and run away. I'm just saying, collective, this is hard. This is not easy. You know what I'm saying, collective? Somebody is going to refuse their awakening because they now got woke up to something that you were saying, and now they're like, this person might be upset with you for revealing what the truth was that they were blind to. Collective, nothing to do with you. When it comes to people's awakening, that's their own journey. Whether they choose to do it or not, they need to handle their own concerns instead of trying to blame you for the mess that they got themselves into. All right, collective? That's going to go ahead and do it for this particular reading. If you do like this content, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until the next time, bye-bye.